Hey guys, AcidPulse here, and I welcome you to a tutorial on how to make an intro in Sony Vegas Pro.11. Now, I apologize if I sound a bit dull and stuff, but I just feel sick, and I am sick. I have a cold and a sore throat, and that's why I'm gonna sound pretty bad in this video. But nevertheless, it's a tutorial, so let's get this over with. So it's how to make an intro like the one that I have. So I'm just gonna go with that kind of a design. So first of all, what you want to do is you're going to obviously open up Sony Vegas Pro.11, and if you don't, you have to pay for this program. So if you want to get it for free, I'm sure there's some, YouTube video that shows you how to get this program free. You can just tap in, whatever you want. But once we're in Sony Vegas Pro.11, we're going to go here down to media generators. I'm going to go down to legacy text and put the sample text, hold with the left button and drag it down here to the timeline. Now what you'll notice is the text popping up here, and it's just going to be here, sample text on the background. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to type what we actually want to have here. So I'm just going to type in AcidPulse, that's my YouTube name, and we're going to choose a font. Now you can install your own fonts, but I'm not going to go play around with that because for some reason when I install my own fonts it just doesn't work. So I don't know if there's something wrong, but still I found a font that really suits me, and it's the Impact font. I really love that font. I had to go ahead with that. So I'm gonna make it bold here, and it's gonna leave it like that. And we can now go to the placement. If you want a placement somewhere else, I'm just gonna leave it like that in the middle. Properties here, you can change the color. I'll just leave it white, and you can go to effects and you can put like a shine on it and all that kind of good stuff. So just kind of a shine like that. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller, and then the feather, which is another bit of a cool thing, so I'm just gonna make that go green, and see it's kind of like shining, but I'm gonna make it a little bit less so it doesn't make you not see the text. So that's all you're gonna want to do with the text really. It's going to leave it like that. So here there's like a small X, and you can press it to close the text. So all you have here right now on your intro is just about 10 seconds of text just in one place. We're obviously going to want to make that move. So to do that, we're going to this here, track motion. It's this kind of a square with an arrow pointing to a different square. You should see it right here. You click on that and a window pops up, and what we're going to do now is we're going to want here source alpha, and here we're going to press 3D source alpha, and whoa, all these menus pop up, and we scroll down here to rotation. So you want to see that rotation. Now right around here where you see all these this timeline here, you're going to want to go to about 1 second. So there's a time bar here showing you where you are currently at, current position. So I'm going to go to around 1 second. It doesn't have to be precisely, it can be a bit off like that. 1.2, that should do great. And what you do is you set the rotation whatever you want. I like to keep it 20. It's very simple and makes the text sorry, not X, not X, we're going to leave that normal. It's the X offset, and you put that to 20. Like Y offset 20, Z offset to 20. Why is now working now? Let me think. Oh yes, it is. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just got a little bit mixed up. So basically, when you can exit out of that once you have that, and when you play it, the text will turn. Now what you want to do is go back into the track motion, and in case you didn't catch what I was saying because I got a little bit mixed up, you go to the 1 second and you go here down to rotation and you put all of them on 20. Okay, all of these under rotation, put them over 20. Okay, and you can put them more or less depending on what you like. I just like to do 120. And next we're gonna scroll over to 2 seconds on the time, so 2.7 should do good. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it -20 because we want it to turn the other way, so that it is not just turning one way, because that's going to be a bit boring, isn't it? 30 here by accident. Oops. What the hell is wrong with me today? Okay. And the -20. And now we exit out of the track motion, and once we start, the text turns left and then right. What we're going to want to make it do is we're going to go back in the track motion, and we're going to go to the about third second, and we're going to want to make it go back to normal 20. Okay, normal 20. So just like that, and then once again it's just going to, let me play from the start. It's going to go like this, 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 and then what we can do is at 4 seconds we can make it go down to 0 so that the text will stop, and that's going to be the end part of the intro. So we're going to have, okay, 0, it's going to quit, and what will happen, text will turn, 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 and it'll slowly come to a stop. Now, okay, so it's cool, the text moves, but there's a black background, and we don't really want to have that. So what I have here, I'm going to go to my materials here. I prepped a folder for this. So I got my thing that I downloaded. There'll be a link in the description to download this little link. You're just going to drag it over onto your timeline and make it go like that, and adjust it to the size of your video. Now obviously you don't have to download the one I used, but I just decided to use this because it's the coolest one for me. So now you'll see the text moving around on a kind of cool space background. And sorry if it lags a bit, the preview, but I've got a pretty laggy computer, so I shouldn't even be probably recording this. But anyway, we've got that, we got the background, but still the text looks a bit bland, doesn't it? Doesn't it look kind of 2D-ish to you? Because it looks like that to me. And we want to make it kind of poke outwards towards us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to sample text, and we're going to go here, and no, sorry, not sample text. So what am I doing today? Delete that track. Just forget what I just said. You're going to want to go right click on the text track you have, and I'm going to go duplicate track, and see how that made that a bit bigger? You're going to want to do that again until you're pretty satisfied with it being kind of having a little bit of that 3D effect. And you can do it a 4th time depending on, you know, how 3D you want it to look. I'm just going to put it on 3 because I don't want the video to lag that much. So that's basically that. So what we're going to do now is, you know, there's 3D text, blah blah blah, but is that all you're going to want to have? Obviously we're going to add music, but that we're going to have music at the end. Now we're going to want to add some cool transitions. So maybe you want to add another sample text to the top. What you're going to write on that is, let's say what I just like to write is www.youtube.com/AcidPulse. Obviously you make the text, I like to put it to about 28. I'll put the placement about here, and you can put an effect. I'm just gonna, for the sake of it, to make it look a bit cooler, make it yellow as well, and then so it's all cool. So it's just gonna be like that, and it's gonna flow. Now doesn't it look a bit weird with that text, that www.youtube blah blah blah, just staying like that? So what you're gonna want to do is right around when the text is stopping, when it's coming to a stop, just right around that area. Let me just gonna play quickly here. Right around here, you're gonna wanna make this a bit smaller to that point. So basically, it will come in when the AcidPulse text stops, and maybe a bit bigger. So you just want to play around with the settings and stuff, make everything pop up correctly. So now you're gonna want to go. Now you're gonna want to go to transitions. You're gonna want to go to barn door here at the left side. So what you want now is the vertical in no border. That is the one you want. Obviously you can pick the different one, but that just looks coolest. And you drag it before the text, the www.youtube blah blah blah, or whatever you put on there. So now when you play it, you'll find that the text plays, it's all cool, and then boom, the text goes in like this. Doesn't that look cool from the sides and all, and it just looks pretty cool. Now what you can also add is another cool thing. We're gonna go to media generators, default text, and what we're gonna do here, it's a special little text, because what it does is we're gonna put it at the same length as that other text, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear it all out so it's nothing on it, because this is just kind of like a decoy text we're using for another transition. We go to transitions, flash, and we pick hard flash, put in front of that. So I'm just going to extend it like that, and what happens now, the text moves, the barn door comes in, and there's a flash. Now obviously that lagged a lot for me because I got a laggy computer, but for you it won't lag obviously once you render it and you just watch it. So that's really all there is to it. You can play around it a bit more, the settings, the text. All you're really adding now is music, so I'm just going to go ahead and add music to the thing. So I'll just go about, I don't know, I'll lower the sound down of the thing. I'll stop about here. You can do the music yourself, you don't mind. And you're also going to want to have uncopyrighted music, one that does not have any copyright on it. So I'll put a link as well to the author on YouTube who makes uncopyrighted music, K391 I think off the top of my head, K691, I can't remember. I'm sorry, it'll be in the description, and the guy lets you use your music as long as you just put credits into your description that he made, that you know you borrowed his music. So now let's play the whole thing again from the start. Now, it kind of last thing what I'm gonna do is just here you see that kind of little blue green arrow. That's the fade offset. You want to set that to a bit so it doesn't just end dramatically. It kind of fades off, and you're gonna want to put that to already the text and stuff so that it's all cool. It's not just, you know, cuts off at the end, like, you know, it's just weird. So add that to the thing, and it should be cool. So play it again. Let me pause that. Now my intro just lagged, but that's really all there is to it. So you're pretty much done your intro. There's nothing else you need to do. All you have to do then is you go into File, Render As, and you have your YouTube HD 720p, which is basically it's the settings. So if you want to take a close look here, the mode is CBR, format is Windows Media Audio 9.2, attribute 64K bps, 48K HZ, stereo A/V, CBR, that's the audio tab, video tab, CBR Windows Media 9, high definition 12080 by 720, frame rate 30 fps, override default compression buffer seconds 3, seconds per keyframe 5. You can set this to about 90. Bitrate, you just put internet LAN, 3M, that stays as it is. Index summary, you don't need to put anything here if you don't want. And project best, use project settings. And you save that as YouTube HD 720p. You can call it whatever you want then, and you start rendering it. I'm not going to render it because it's just a template for me. So thanks guys for watching this short, hopefully short tutorial. I don't know how much is lasting, but thanks for watching anyway. Hope you enjoyed. Smash that like button if you want more tutorials, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.